Most Transformers are proud enough to wear their insignia on their chest or on their arm. Not this guy. Take a good look. Look at the face. He wears his faction on his face. No denying which side you root for, bub. Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. We're taking a look at another Legacy Evolution figure. This time around we have Tarn from the modern comic books. Tarn is the appointed head of the Decepticon Justice Division. Like many Decepticons, he is a violent character, but he also likes to play himself off as affluent, like he's a sophisticated character. So, he is a mess of contradictions, since he's fond of playing classical music and quoting philosophical works of Megatron, but will also just as quickly blow away somebody for interrupting him. So, Tarn, to say the least, is a rather bizarre character, but I kind of like how he's presented. And like Larry said about his insignia, while he does have a traditional logo here on his chest, you take a look at his face, and he has had a Decepticon insignia made to go over his face. So he's definitely not shy about you seeing who he works for. That's a rather bizarre character, but all the same, he is interesting to see. Now, as we get ready to get started talking about him, we're going to have to look over his weapons. We're going to start with that because there are a lot of ways to reposition this. This is his weapon in the complete carried configuration, but it does come apart into several pieces. We'll start with this gun, because the two guns are not the same. You can see it's hollow on this side, and it's got something to be used as a sight here at the end of the barrel. A little dip here at the back. And then, of course, we have this gun, which has a different shape as it's more circular, whereas the other one was kind of boxy in the back. And as you can see, it does have a sight here at the end of it, at the end of the barrel of it as well. This one isn't used as a sight because it's on the side of the gun. And then the remaining piece, is just this large piece here. The small plate on the bottom of it is rotatable, so it allows you to position it in different ways. Nice that it gives you that kind of an option. Now, of course, we've got it rotated so it's at the bottom. If you do it like that, and you attach the guns to it like this, we come back here to Tarn, and we lower his gun, the guns that are naturally mounted to him, attach it to this hole, and one of them fell off. Didn't want to play nice. And there we go. He's got a nice overhead cannon. Can definitely say that he's not a nice character. And then we just remove that. Let these back up. And we got another way to display the guns. Because the guns can be connected together. No, I want it the other way. Connect them in at the barrel while keeping both posts down on the bottom. And then we just connect them in like so. Didn't get the one. And then there you go. You can partake of the way his arms can be positioned. And he can be looking like he's taking aim. All in all, that's a nice configuration with his weaponry. I am impressed. People that designed this toy did do some thinking with it. Now, at any rate, let's take a look at Tarn's articulation. He can turn his head from left to right, and it is on a ball joint, so it will look up and down a bit. Kind of weird seeing a Decepticon symbol rock up and down like that. His arms can be raised up about so far. And they do rotate at the shoulder all the way around with no problems. You can bend his arm at the elbow a little over 90 degrees. And he does feature swivel arm battle grip. So it's nice. He can be like many G.I. Joe guys and hold their guns right. He can twist a bit at his hips. It's not 100% all the way like on many others. As you can see, it stops. So do bear that in mind. You can spread his legs apart into almost a full splits. He does have a thigh cut, which is pretty good. Except for turning it inward, there's a little bit of plastic right here at the top of the thigh, and that will always catch when turning inwards. You can raise his leg at the hip 90 degrees. You can bend him at the knee a little greater than 90 degrees. And he does have a swivel at his ankle. So all in all, Tarn is definitely one that's ready to be posed on the shelf. Okay, let's transform Tarn into his alternate mode. As you can probably guess, with his shoulders, he's going to become a tank. Start by coming here to his backside and fold down these guns that were exposed at his shoulders. Once we've got that done, we'll come up here behind his head, and this purple section should pop free. There it goes. And we can extend it downwards. Once we've done that, we'll pull it out a bit and rotate it. Because now we're going to fold his head down inside that cavity. We now turn him around the other way. And we're going to rotate his arms so that he's now in an I surrender pose. Then we come up here to his chest and we're going to pop it free. Fold it out a little bit. It won't go very far. And we pull his arms out at the shoulders just a little bit. They won't go out very far. And then once they are out, we start to rotate them backwards. Maybe a little stiff. course, as you're doing that, also get the chest plate up so that it's like that. Basically, there's a little groove here inside it, and it should connect to this tab here at the front, so it'll help hold it into place. Turn him around to the back side, and we get his legs connected. And we come up here and finish getting the arms rotated all the way around. So now the set of treads should be like that. Then we can bring down this turret so it'll cover the front end of the tank here. Come down here to his feet and fold them up. And then you're going to start to bend him at about where the knees were. Checking to make sure I got this in the right direction. Okay, now we do. We're faced like this. Rotate his arms so that the holes are facing you down here on the bottom. Then they want you to turn the fists to the side. Like that. Once they are, we can come back here top side, because you're going to take those panels that had the holes and they're going to fold upwards so that now they're on the top side of the tank. So then, of course, once we've done that, shift the arms around the elbow. There's a little slot right here, and they should connect to the posts on the leg. There we go, we got the one in right. There goes the other one. So once they are connected, we can start shifting the treads. The treads have a cover here. It needs to be opened like so. Then they can be separated. I guess the tread cover there doesn't need, oh, no, it does need to be open. Otherwise it won't go all the way. Hold on, phone's ringing. Alright, now we're done with the phone. Back in here, get these treads folded towards the back. They should work underneath, just like that. Once you've done that, these covers can be folded down underneath, like that, so they're no longer in the way. Then we come top side, and we can bring his legs down fully onto the turret. And there we have it. He's now in tank mode. Sort of. You know, we didn't hit the catch right. There's a spot there on the turret, and it should catch into his legs. There we go, that one's in. Now they're in. Now it's in. That's better. That's better. And then, of course, the sides of the tank should line up and connect in there. There we go. Then now to finish it off, get the turret piece. Have it so that the post is at the front where the angle is. And then you just connect the guns in. Like so. And then these these straight posts there at the back will connect to the spots on the legs to give him an extra set of cannons. And Tarn is ready to roll out and ruin somebody's day. So now we get to my thoughts. What do I think of Tarn? I find Tarn to be an interesting character. Him being full of contradictions does leave it open for some potential humor. But I can also see that he is, without a doubt, like many of the Decepticons, a very dangerous character to be around. As his toy, Tarn hasn't had very many toys made of him. A lot of the things that have been put out for him are non-transforming figures. Which, to many fans, that is a bit of a disappointment. This is probably the first, if not the first, transforming toy of him available. So definitely, from what I've seen on the store shelves, he's been one that's been being grabbed up rather quickly. So, if you're definitely interested in a crazed Decepticon from the comic books, here's your chance to get one. At any rate, that's my review of the Legacy Evolution version of Tarn. I hope you all enjoyed it. And remember that if you like the content we feature on this channel, please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.